let's get it started.
The No Fake channel, checking in straight off the Home Gym Con 2025 floor. Got back to the hotel, was ready to head to the airport, and I got noticed that it is absolutely delayed at least 1 hour. So I figured it'd be a great time to sit down and do a quick sit rep, give you my opinion, my thoughts, at least initially on where we stand with Home Gym Con 2025. First and foremost, they told me it was gonna be massive. They told me it was gonna be near impossible to get to every booth that they were gonna have. And I'll tell you, they were absolutely right. It was downright almost overwhelming in terms of not only how many awesome home gym equipment companies were there, but also the events that were going on. We had Strongman, they had a whole bunch of powerlifting events, like just a whole bunch of events in general spread out in a whole bunch of different places. So just trying to get to these places and see it all was like mind-boggling, mind-blowing. And just all of the equipment that was brought in was intense. It was great. I think the biggest takeaway was to see and put faces to the names of people that I've been talking to for years now, and just see how awesome the community is. And frankly, obviously, you go into the comment sections of any YouTube video and you get a lot of trolls, you get a lot of negativity as just like a YouTube rite of passage. But in terms of the home gym community, everyone was super nice. I met Coop in the elevator. We had a conversation, just super nice guy. Gluck, obviously, super nice. I mean, I didn't meet anybody that was even standoffish in the slightest. And it was great to meet fans of mine. I didn't even know they existed. And they came up and they were like checking in. I just had an absolute ball. I got to tip my cap to Jake and his entire team. They busted their butts. I mean, Jake looked like a dead man walking. I don't think he has slept in weeks. And I know his team was running around doing a great job, just making sure everyone was having a good time. Everyone had what they need. And I don't know how I was able to get as much content as I did. And I honestly didn't get nearly as much as I could have. I think it was almost like a crazy scramble, trying to see everything, trying to touch and feel and train with everything, and then trying to make content on the fly. And of course, I didn't want to get in other people's way, because there's actual, patrons of Home Gym Con trying to just use the equipment. They don't want to see you with the camera and a tripod getting in everyone's way. So I think I did a good job getting a ton of content. I don't want to think of the road ahead in terms of editing that content, but I know there was so many great content creators there, just working from before the thing even opened till close, when they got the lights closed out on them. So you're probably going to see an influx of home gym content, more than you could dream of, but that's a good thing. And it just goes to show you, I learned a lot in terms of seeing how other people's setups worked, in terms of capturing content. And honestly, I think it's just a great time to be in the home gym community, looking at all the equipment that's not only out and on the market and shipping tomorrow, but a lot of the stuff that's destined to be released between now and the end of the year. There were a lot of pieces that people had, like the final prototypes, and they were just waiting for delivery of like mass shipment before they opened it up onto their website. I'm just like rocked. I literally am just absolutely rocked with the intensity of it all. And I thought I had a plan going in, but like Mike Tyson says, everyone has a plan until you get hit in the face. But the great takeaway was I was able to meet so many. I try to get photos with as many people, both fans who just watch my YouTube channel, and just all of the great YouTube content creators that were out there. And would I come back again? Absolutely. This was a great location. Now I'm in the hotel that they recommend, the Galt House, which is massive. It's huge. There's a Barbie convention going on. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a Barbie convention. And no, it's not for like little girls who enjoy Barbies. It's for adults who enjoy the Mattel Barbies. I don't know if it's a historical thing, but it was crazy. It's like a sea of pink, a great thing to behold. They literally had like almost an ice cream truck outside that was decked in Barbie, and it didn't have ice cream for sale. It actually had Barbie memorabilia stuff for sale. And it was lined up. People were lined up to get in. But going back to Home Gym Con, I mean, it was great. Now, I have to admit, I was a bit jealous of the people that were able to snag some of the equipment that was on the floor and pay for it, and they're going to be taking it home at the end of today. I think there were some great deals to be had, especially if you were willing to like load it up on a truck and drive it home. I flew in from Boston and I had like issues with my flights, and obviously you can see this one's delayed an hour going home, but I would absolutely come again. I think, honestly, if you're within driving distance, that's no excuse to not just drive up at least for one day. Yesterday was crazy. Today was even busier than yesterday. And obviously yesterday being a work day, a Friday. So I expected it to be busier today, but it was. And people still had the energy. A lot of people with like no voices from talking so much yesterday, but they were going at it, having a good time. And it was just awesome. You saw people with like, everyone from walks of life, like strongman, powerlifting, people that were just into cardio, you name it, it was there. And it was just a fun time. So the hotel here, I got carried away. The hotel here, beautiful, nice. The rooms were clean, everything you would want in a hotel. And then the event center is only like 2 city blocks up the street, straight shot. You don't even have to like take a left or a right. It's a straight shot. And that place is massive. It was absolutely massive. There was like a second convention going on at the same time. And you wouldn't know it because it's such a big place. They were spread out so much. Great event. At first, when I got in on Thursday, I went there behind the scenes and it was like hot in that area that everyone was setting up in. And I'm like, if the air conditioner's like this tomorrow, we're in for a real scorcher, because not only was it going to be a hot day, but we're going to have more people putting off body heat. But it was nice and cool inside that area on Friday and on today. So they did a great job with the AC. And obviously you want people to be cool and comfortable when they are out there training. Just a real hats off to not only Jake and his crew, but all of the event directors, because there was a ton of events going on and they were operating like a well-oiled machine. I was watching the Strongman competition yesterday and today. The Conan carry was something to behold. That thing was awesome. They were like moving around 400 pounds like it was just like a wheelbarrow full of dirt. Crazy. But they had it down to a science in terms of the change out, in terms of lining people up, making sure everyone was ready, everyone had their marks and when they knew where they were going to go. They had all the cameras set up so that they could capture the moment, but it wasn't in people's way. They had stadium seating for those spectators and for those people that were through competing at the moment and wanted to sit down and still participate and watch. Just a fantastic experience. And I know it's kind of funny. I say it like as though it just happened out of nowhere, but Jake has been working on this thing for well over a year, and his team. And I got to give credit where credit's due. A lot of companies ponied up the money to be a part of this and not only just pay for the booth fee, but pay to get all of their heavy equipment down here. And some of these companies paid to even be a part of a sponsorship for the Home Gym Con as a way to give back to the community at large. And I know that they probably went pretty deep in their pockets getting their team here, getting their equipment here, and the sponsorships. And it was worth it. I think it is just goes to show you that the home gym community is extremely strong and it is growing. I know a lot of people just couldn't get here, whether it was too far or they had work or family obligations, as we all know, which is something you have to take into account. But it just made me feel good about being part of the home gym community, and not just someone who has a home gym and works out once in a while, but someone who participates and is active on social media and tries to, be encouraging to others to jump in and drink the home gym Kool-Aid and just save yourself time. Have a home gym. Don't go to the local gyms. Just do your thing at your home and just relish in the fact that you can lift whenever you want, however you want, in whatever clothes you want, whatever time you want, and you can still spend time with your family. You're not stuck driving to a gym only to find that they closed because the water was out or, COVID. So just hats off to everyone. I am, again, just kind of like wiped in terms of trying to take it all in. I think I got something like, like 150 gigabytes worth of footage between like actual footage and B-roll. Somewhere in the way, there are clips of me climbing the swing sesh rope. That was like, I haven't climbed a rope in a couple of years now, but I got to the top and I think I'm gonna feel it tomorrow. I got some deadlifting in. I got some the Aries too. I got some lat pull downs. You know, I got some curls in because, you know, it was leg day. And overall, just a real fun time. And I'm leaving in a good mood, even though I do feel a bit wiped. Fingers crossed that my plane doesn't leave unnecessarily late, or at least later than it's going to. But hopefully we'll head out of here, get to the airport, and find a place to just kind of hang out until it takes off. I will say I did find a secret. Now, if you stayed this far, I'm going to let you in on a secret. I met Gluck, and I was watching him work, and I realized the secret to his success. It's Winnie, and it's the cameraman. And I apologize, I forgot his name. He treats that cameraman like a rented mule, ordering him here, ordering him there. I mean, that dude worked so hard. He had beads of sweat coming down. And poor Winnie he was like making her try all the pieces of equipment, certain angles, and it was easy to see where the hard workers were and where the person, you know, just in the background barking orders was. And obviously it was great to meet all of them. And it's just nice to see how people put the magic together of those YouTube videos that we often just take for granted. Now, if you made it this far and you want to see more epically viral home gym content, or maybe just a lawnmower review, check out these two videos. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.